What's up, guys? We're here in Sam Boyd in Las Vegas. You know, a lot of history here. It means a lot to us. You know, we grew up and watched Monster Jam here in Sam Boyd. And Nick, tell them about it.
We've been here as fans for many years. Been at least over 10 years of watching events here in Monster Jam at Sam Boyd. I've crewed down here for 2 seasons with my dad when he was in the Young Gun Shootout. And this place means a lot. It's very heartbreaking to see a very big part of our family's lives and what it's become, because this place meant the world to us. We'd always sit back and when back on Speed or Fox, you know, when Monster Jam World Finals came on, we were all downstairs on the big TV in the living room, and we sat there. If we weren't here, we were watching it at home. And this place is just so sentimental. I mean, and looking around, I mean, this whole parking lot that we're sitting in right now, in this fenced-in area. Just looking back, I can picture seeing all the trucks just sitting here, and everything was so spread out, and you can look, it looks empty, but it's huge. But this thing would be so full of so many monster trucks, so many things to do, and this really honestly was the mecca of monster trucks and Monster Jam, and to see what it's become, it's so sad.
Yeah, we're not taking away from the previous World Finals, but this was Monster Jam World Finals. This and only will be the best World Finals. So yeah, I mean, hundreds of trucks were parked here for display. There's Supercross trailers. There's actually even a backflip dumpster over here that a monster truck actually hit, which is pretty cool seeing. They stuffed cars in there. But half of this stuff, other than people coming in here and taking stuff, it hasn't been touched since Monster Jam was here. So it was kind of cool to see. We actually went up in the stands quickly and looked at our old seats that we actually bought every year since we first came here in
2006.
2006, yeah. Checked out Thunder Alley, and you know, it is sad, but we're glad we're here. It's cool to see you again. Hopefully they don't tear it down. They rebuild it, make it look pretty. But yeah, we want to bring monster trucks back. So we got the trailer over here at Sunset Station. We'll just drop 2 monster trucks off and have some fun out here, huh?
We should. You know, it's pretty cool. We never got to experience racing down Thunder Alley and coming down through the chicane and down the stretch and making that big J-hook at the end. Man, but if we had the opportunity to buy this place back, or at least Monster Jam buy this place back, I would love to have one chance to come down here, because this meant the world to us, and it'd be cool to have one shot at just going down the track.
And Steve's a tough hombre to knock off in racing. Off the turn, it's going to be another photo, and Hartsock holds on.
So, on my end perspective, I wasn't a fan my entire life, but this was almost to the year to date. 9 years ago was my very first show. I got hired on a Monday. 4 or 5 days later, I was on a plane coming out here. Pulling up to this place then, I didn't know what to expect or even the magnitude that it would take on my life. And I've been all over the world, been here 5 or 6 times. I remember driving down the back road in between here and the airfield and pulling up and seeing, I think that year was 74 trucks sitting here. Met Matt a couple weeks later and talked to him and everything. But yeah, it's pretty sad to see it look the way it is now to what it was. It would be sweet if the county picked it up and opened it back up for us, because heck, I'd like to finish my career doing my last show here. Started it, want to finish it. So that's my story of Sam Boyd. Here, my first 2 times with Candace and Charlie in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Then we were here with Colt Stevens when he was driving Zombie. Then I came back. I did the All-Star Challenge, won the best trick / wreck competition with Brianna Mahone and Whiplash. We were supposed to do, we were getting ready to be on the road to come here the COVID year that they canceled the show. So that would have been the last show here before it closed, but our trailers got 8 hours down the road and they pulled them back. So other than that, it was pretty much Candace Jolly. That I did the Max D Encore with, I think Jared was in my Max D driving Colt Stevens chassis. Ended up having to do that. They did the reverse backflip, landed on the bumper and made the fuel cell one with the radiator. So we had to back half that truck. Other than that, a lot of stories we can't talk about at the Sunset Station, which we decided to stay there this weekend. And yeah, that was about it.
What's up, guys? We're in Oakland, California at the arena. We had some 3 days off. We visited Sam Boyd, as you can see in the last clip. And, you know, we relaxed, had some fun in Vegas, but now we're back to good old monster trucks. And as you can see at the start of the day, we had so much rain and wind. But the clouds are moving and the sun's coming out, which is good. Finished up old Excalibur with the tire up. Nick's finishing doing the tire up right now. And, yeah, we're here to have some fun. Haven't been in an arena since the first 2 weeks of first quarter, and we got an event overall, so hopefully we can get another one. Go look at Zachary over here. Finally in some limelight. God, he is so annoying. I'm actually doing pretty bad on rollovers. We have a little competition, me and him. I think I'm 4 up on him. I was doing pretty good in the beginning of the year, and it's slowly going down. So, turn it around, have some fun here in Oakland. All right, Yoho. For a practice that we didn't jump anything, surely got some stuff going on. What's
Well, we're not too bad. Ours is just the maintenance thing. Got a couple broken bolts in the hub that we got out.
Yep. So
Had the helicoil one.
Yep. So basically, if you guys don't know, helicoil is a new thread. I would say that's pretty much the helicoil. We have a broken bolt in there that we cannot get back out, and then we have a little helicoil that we throw in there. So it's like a new thread thing, and we just get a small bolt, thread it in. Helicoil is about as tough as normal threads, but yeah, we're gonna get a big drill to get that out. So the whole reason why we switched out this hub is because we're gonna lift this thing up, and there's some broken bolts there, but as you can see, the holes are wallowed out, and that is causing, that one's pretty bad, look at that sucker. That one's good too. That's actually causing the bolts to loosen up just a tad bit, and there's movement with the planetary, and it's breaking the bolts. So for intros and just a slight racing pass, we broke 2 bolts. So switching that hub out, and then old Nicholas, he got some rear steer problems. Couldn't tell you what's wrong with it. It just turned one way, and transmission. Got a nice transmission. Sparkle. We got Tyler doing a transmission right now. That is a brand new transmission. That's last in Arlington. And that's it. So something internally messed up. Don't have second gear. We're getting that fixed up. Got our neighbors over there, El Toro Loco, and yeah. All right, guys, we are back here in Oakland in the arena. Practice went all right. With this new motor, we have a little bit of issues. I think it's too lean, and when a motor's too lean, it's not getting enough fuel. It actually could blow up the motor, and this is a brand new motor. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. Callie's crank, pretty expensive stuff, because we're just trying to figure out our motor issue. But here's our data logger. With the FuelTech, it's pretty easy to log your data pretty much of the monster trucks running. So I mean, you can see timing and all that stuff. So I send that off to our tuner Manuel, and hopefully get this truck running pretty good and be actually competitive this week. It wasn't running that good for practice, so we'll get dialed in. We'll be ready. We're talking strategy.
Yes.
Who's going to roll over first?
Probably be me today. Probably.
If I roll over,
something stupid, just fall off the pod. Go.
Yeah, if I roll over, I'd be sad because I'm not going to try.
Names are not going to try to roll over. I hate rolling. I hate being higher than my head.
What about your head and ass?
Well, I mean, it's kind of just like this. You go. Sucks.
Well, I can
corrected itself.
See, Jacob would just take the whole thing out. I'm just gonna.
Where is Jacob?
He's currently day off.
Jacob.
So, weeks off.
Day off. You're showing us we don't need you. We can film without you. We got Yoho. Think of the money you could save. No Jacob? Then there wouldn't be none of those comments about you rolling over. And what air did Michael get? Can somebody tell me when Michael got off the ground and jumped?
And let me tell you guys, that kid eats.
Yes.
My father's pocket is hurting just.
Oh, I guarantee you, just from
'cause
him chowing
eating.
down. Yeah, you can see that. You know, when they bring food into the locker room for us, you know the first person always there.
Jacob.
When you see Jacob run from out here headed in, you know food's here.
Yep.
It never fails.
I don't know how he has.
Speaking about that, we always like when we find about food, we find about it from him on our group text before Trevin and then tell us.
Imagine that. And normally he's walking out when I'm walking in to get food, and I'm like, "What'd you do, buddy?" "Oh, I just ate." I mean, we could be better off leaving him home. I mean, maybe we ought to talk to Dad.
Yeah. They might save some money on
Well, they would save money. Your dad definitely would save money. And Yoho, we found something he might actually be able to do. Hold the camera. Maybe. I wouldn't
Perfect.
guarantee it, but
How do you feel about that, Yoho?
I love it. These hands don't hurt no more. And
So right now, we're in the computer software, and we're actually signaling the injectors to click. That clicking noise are working. So that little click means those injectors are working. We check all 8. If they're clogged, then it will not click. So they sound like they're clicking. I don't know if it's just the new motor that has to be tuned correctly. Like, you know, it gets some time to tune, but she ain't running right. So we're gonna keep figuring this thing out and hopefully figure it out sooner than later. All right, show 1 is over with. Nothing really broken. Found a battery that's gone bad on my truck. That would explain the starting issues. Nick's truck's pretty good, but other than that, I got a very bad tuning issue, fuel related, with my truck. Actually cut out during one of the jumps. Pretty sick. Definitely didn't freak out. But yeah, no, we're going through all the fuel system, and yeah, found some packing peanuts in the fuel cell. That is not going to be good. Not good one bit. So, got my handy dandy. Gotta get it out real quick. My handy dandy grabber. Whoa! And I've been picking these things out one by one, and hopefully this unclogs the system, because I think we have a clogged system. It's clogging the injectors and causing it to run like crap. So we'll get back with you with the outcome of whatever this is gonna be. Hopefully it's better. Still, I believe there's electronics in there. Not anymore. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. And we're ready for event 3 tomorrow, Sunday. Yoho. All right, guys, that is a wrap for Oakland. Next stop is Vancouver, Canada. First time me and Nick are going out of the country. Can't wait, but I'm happy about some Tim Hortons. What about you, Nicholas?
You know, we are definitely ready for Canada, and we're gonna have some fun. Don't you know?
Don't you know? That's more Wisconsin Telechkas, if anything. Yeah, no, Oakland was pretty good. No breakage, which is amazing. Trucks are loaded up. It's about 4:30. We're going back to the hotel and relaxing. Head out tomorrow for a nice... Actually, we're going to Bill Payne's. So, thank you, Bill Payne. We're going to come over there and have some fun and work on trucks. And other than that, that's it. And I don't know what to do. I guess I'm Jacob. If you comment, Jacob, subscribe, whatever Jacob does. Yeah. Link down below. And we're going to catch you guys in the next one. Jacob Knows Cool, signing off.